Well, shortly before coming on air, I spoke to the Labour MP Brian Leishman. Just to start with, tell us your reaction to the decision on Waspi women yesterday.
Well, I think it's fair to say, Ali, it was a combination of being shocked, stunned, angry and, in no small measure, disappointed.
You say you're disappointed. I mean, you know, you've been an MP for, what, a few months? Mm-hmm. Did you expect to be on TV saying that you're disappointed with the government this quickly?
Certainly not. Yesterday's decision, as much as it was a shock, it's completely wrong. This is a historical injustice that Waspi women have faced. We campaigned in opposition to correct that injustice, and now that we're in power, we really should deliver on that.
I guess you say, you campaigned in opposition. The argument from the government would be this was in the 2019 manifesto, not in the 2024 manifesto. Keir Starmer's made clear he wants to break with the past. He wants to be in government, make tough choices, not be a party of campaign. Does he have a point there?
Well, when we ever frame things, as politicians do, as difficult choices or tough choices, when working class communities, the length and breadth of the country, become poorer from it, then it's the wrong choice.
What do you think the level of anger is amongst Labour MPs? Because I've been messaging quite a few new MPs like you today. A lot of them behind the scenes are quite angry, but very few are willing to come on the programme like you. What do you see the level of anger as?
Speaking with parliamentary colleagues in the Parliamentary Labour Party, then yeah, there's a lot of disappointment and a lot of frustration and anger at yesterday's decision, and I think that's understandable.
So do you think the position's sustainable? Do you think Keir Starmer's going to go back on what he's done?
Well, that's ultimately a decision that the Prime Minister and the leadership team will need to make, but I think it's incumbent on people like myself as backbench Labour MPs is to hold our party to account and hold our party to the standards and the principles that really our party is founded on.
Was it quite a difficult decision for you to go public with your anger?
No, it wasn't at all, because I think if we look at it bluntly, what's right is right. And as I say, this is a historical injustice, and we did campaign on this, and we really should deliver on it.
So do you think, do you see this as a U-turn? I guess, should politicians be held to things that they said a long time ago that weren't in their manifesto?
Well, I think when we talk about things, and maybe this is just a very kind of binary way of looking at it, this is wrong. We should be correcting this injustice for the benefit of Waspi women. And there's no doubt getting away from it. This has been a failure of consecutive governments, but it's now a Labour government, and it's our problem that we've inherited, but it's our problem that we've got to sort.
£10 billion is a lot of money. That would come from elsewhere. Where do you think it should come from?
Well, I've been very vocal about this in my 5 months, or just over 5 months as being an MP. I was one of 30 MPs from the House of Commons that signed a pledge saying that we should have a 2% annual wealth tax for the super rich. And that's talking about the multimillionaires of assets over £10 million. The millionaire and the billionaire class, we've seen over the last 14 years of austerity, gross inequality that is only getting worse. For me, that's a solution. When we look at it, the annual wealth tax would have raised, I think, in the region of about £26 billion, plus the equalisation of capital gains tax would have been another 14. That would be a good start.
So you think the government's got the wrong priorities then? I
would say that we've got to try and equalise society and improve basically for the many, not the few in society.
What happens now? I mean, they've made this decision. There's no sign they're going to go back on it. What's your plan? Well,
I would say that a parliamentary colleague, Ian Byrne, had an excellent question today at Prime Minister's Questions when he basically was saying we should have a vote as a House on this. I completely endorse that.
So how are you going to make that happen?
Well, certainly from behind the scenes, as I say, I think it's important that the backbench Labour cohort, we basically speak with one clear and coherent voice and basically put our frustrations and our thoughts towards the leadership.
Oh, great. Thank you very much for talking to us this evening.
Thanks for your time.